All right, we'll start with Erin. Erin, talk to us about the impact area, financial stability around employment readiness. You're the council chair. You've got much experience, and you are holding to a lot of the people whose passion and and talents have been applied. Tell us about that.
Well, I think the thought process behind financial stability, which is the most recent group that's been formed, it's based on community feedback. And what I think everyone realizes, the common sense code, is that you absolutely have to address the barriers to employment. There are so many barriers, and it varies in each individual. So for instance, if you cannot speak English, if you cannot read English, if you have transportation difficulties, if you have daycare problems, not only access to affordable daycare, but access to daycare in certain hours, such as second shift, perhaps you have a criminal record. These barriers...
Why are you looking at me?
I was looking at you for the transportation.
I'm still in witness protection.
We have to address it, and the unique approach I think that United Way has taken is that it is more of a facilitator. What we found over the years is that there are so many programs that are looking at this issue, but people are overwhelmed. If you don't have a job, if you have all these financial problems, it's so difficult to figure out where to start, who to go to, and you're going to hear some more about case management on an individual level, but we've got some great programs. They address job readiness, guiding people to success in obtaining and maintaining a living wage. That's very important to us, as well as some great initiatives with financial literacy. And this is most recent because, again, common sense tells you you can get a great job, but if you don't have financial literacy tools, you will not be able to maintain assets and income. So I'm so happy they included this in the packet. Please, VITA is a great initiative that United Way has contributed funds. It's volunteer income tax assistance, great volunteers, very dedicated. They have to learn the tax code backwards and forward. And what we do is we allow people to come in, we'll do your taxes, there will be no fee, so every dollar in the refund goes right into that person's pocket. And what we're hoping to do is to expand so that there'll be additional financial literacy opportunities to keep the money in their pocket. We also have a program that we just started where we're going out to our program, the programs that we fund and our other agency partners, and we're doing financial literacy train the trainer. So that gives them the tools to work with their specific clients to increase financial literacy. So I think it's a great initiative, and we've got more things to come. So it's helpful.
Thank you. Thanks, sir. How many of you out there are VITA volunteer income tax assistance locations? How many of you have hosted them? Look around you. Look around you. These are some of our partners. We need more. Yeah. We are pleased at Naugatuck Valley Community College to have been part of 2 of those, literally right now on the volunteer income tax assistance as a site, and also we held financial literacy workshops. We're going to do more of the same as things go on because we are partners. All right, so the Melville Charitable Trust brought a model to our state that's delivering positive results in employment and housing. Rebecca, tell us how United Way helped roll out that model for us.
This table over here is having a love fest about Joanne. So the Melville Charitable Trust is the largest foundation in the country that invests exclusively in ending homelessness. We're a national provider, but we also fund in our state of Connecticut. A couple of years ago, we wanted to see and to take a closer look at the intersection of income and housing. We knew we wanted to do something across the state, and we invited 25 other foundations and philanthropy partners to invest. And United Way of Greater Waterbury stepped right up to the plate, in particular Joanne, our love fest of Joanne. It would not be happening in Waterbury if it weren't for United Way. So what is Secure Jobs? Secure Jobs is about helping families who are exiting homelessness into rapid rehousing. Rapid rehousing is a proven model that provides short-term services and short-term rental assistance. And we're connecting those families to the workforce system and addressing huge barriers that we all face. Childcare, getting to work, behavioral health, some legal issues, and addressing huge barriers in an interdisciplinary way with lots of different stakeholders. We purposely kept this Secure Jobs pilot small. We wanted to make sure that with multiple systems that can be incredibly bureaucratic, that we get to see those small little changes that we can learn from and grow so that we can make bigger changes to impact more people. So what have we learned so far? In Waterbury, 71% of the people who participated in Secure Jobs got a job or got a better job, which is great. You guys actually are the leaders in the state. Yeah. The other thing is that upon entry, the average monthly income on entry of Secure Jobs was $639, and with getting a new job or a better job or more of a job, it increased to $1,782. Great, still not enough, still not a livable wage. Some of those jobs are still part-time, so we have a lot of work to do. The other great success is that across the state, this is a statewide statistic, only 4% of the total folks in Secure Jobs return to homelessness. That's a very tiny, tiny, tiny number. A lot has to do with the fabulous work of coordinated access, but it also has to do with the great folks around the table. So what else do we know? I could talk for hours about this. It's very hard to do in 5 minutes. So what is key in terms of systems change? So having an interdisciplinary approach with multiple stakeholders and multiple systems is essential in serving families. We're all part of a family. We all know we're complex. Looking at just the parent or just the child or just housing or just education does not work. So having an interdisciplinary approach is really essential. Having a talented champion to work through these multiple systems and really support the families is key. You have to have a champion to hold everything together. And then the other, flexible dollars, we can create the best pathways and the most aligned systems, and the minute a parent's car breaks down and they don't have the money to it, it's over, game over. Flexible dollars are built into this pilot and seem to be one of the big things that's a game changer. So the last two things that I want to leave you with is the more that we get into this pilot, or the more that we are recognizing that this is a marathon and not a sprint, the more that we're digging into our mainstream workforce system, we keep having more and more questions about what works and what doesn't work, and what they're there for and what they shouldn't be doing, what they should be doing. So, as positive, even though it seems like it's a long time, we are committed to making sure the homeless service sector and the mainstream workforce system continue to work better together. The final thing is the families that we work with are incredibly resilient. They carry a very heavy load. They have burdens that are unfathomable. And all the while, they are loving their children. They are doing the best that they can. And our job is to make sure that we continue to align our systems that are fully stacked against them and continue to believe in them. And what we found in Secure Jobs is when the staff believe in the gifts and the talents that they bring, the family actually has more success and we have better outcomes. Thank you. He's the one doing it. I just talk about it, he does it.
Regarding this very important topic, Bill Rybczyk lives it every day, as many of us do. Bill's presentation today will focus on a story that will not only inform you, but touch your heart. Bill?
Well, thank you, and I guess I get the cushy spot of speaking right before we go to the video. So I will be brief in the interest of time, so ditto. No, just kidding. You know, the importance about Secure Jobs is the recognition that it's not just about housing, it's not just about employment, it's not just about education. It's about all these things coming together and working together to be able to support families. And just about a little over 6 months ago, we had a single mom of 3 kids come into the program. As many of the families that do come into the program, this mom was working 2 jobs, but they were both part-time, so no benefits. And on top of that, she did not have a driver's license. So her main way of getting around, transportation was walking. And thanks to a donor from the United Way, from the shoe department, we had gift cards that we got shoes for this mom and her kids. But to Becca's point about an assistance fund, we were able to help this mom get her driver's license. She got enrolled into the Academy of Medical Training and completed the patient care technician program. And she is now working full-time with benefits and looking to further education in the nursing program. And that's what this is all about. It's about transformation. It's about changed lives. And yes, are these building blocks of a long marathon? Yes, but you've got to get that first 100 meters under your belt as you make that journey. And the fact is that without the United Way support, without the convening and bringing all these people together and the funders together and the support from folks like yourselves, that just doesn't happen. And it also doesn't happen, they gave me props as the one that lives this every day. I'm not necessarily that person. The people that are on the ground doing this, they're the face of this initiative. They're the one-to-one that David talked to, that are in the homes with folks and really seeing. The one thing you can't argue with is a transformed life. And I think that's what this brings. So.
Thanks, Bill. So we'll start with Erin. 1 sentence for the United Way folks. You don't have time. Don't
May I
give me
say ditto, or may I do a very long sentence? Let's see. No, I think it's sad but true. But if we don't solve for financial instability, Stephanie and Liz's job is going to become more and more difficult.
Rebecca?
We have to believe in people.
You have to what?
We have to believe in people.
Believe in people.
And their strengths.
Yes. And Bill, parting.
I say thank you for supporting outside the box thinking.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.